Our engineering exploration course project is disk throwing machine, and we are team 14 from I division. The problem definition of our course project, the disk throwing machine, is as follows. To design an automatic disk throwing machine which uses the rotating mechanism, that is launches the disk by rotating it, and also uses battery to accurately launch the disk to a particular distance, that is 7 meters approximately. Automatically, when the user desires to launch the disk, the machine should have disk to be used of 10 centimeter diameter, which with machine size of 4 square feet, which indicates the launch of disk and displays the distance of the disk launched. The cost required to build the machine should be around 4,000. So here are some functional specifications of different subsystems involved in our course project, that is disk throwing machine. The first functional specification is disk holding the disk, which involves holding of disk and moving the disk to the launching unit. The next functional specification is launching of disk. Here the DC motor imparts the spin to the disk and pushes it to certain distance. And next functional specifications are indications. The first indication is indication of launch of disk by blinking LED. The next indication is calculating the distance of the disk launched and displaying it on the LED display. The different subsystems involved in a course project are holding the disk, launching the disk, and indications. The different concepts generated before we actually designed our course project, that is disk throwing machines, are as follows. For holding of disk, the means that could be possibly chosen are using a disk case or by mechanical hand using a vacuum pressure. For movement of disk, we can use belt by the push of servo motor, roller conveyor, or chute conveyor. Launching of disk can be done by mechanical arm fixed to motor, circular shaped solid fixed to DC motor. Indication of launch of disk can be done by buzzer, LED display, LED indicator, or speaker. Calculating the distance at which the disk is launched can be done by ultrasonic sensor, IR sensor, or photoelectric sensor. The concepts that we selected for implementing in our course project are as follows. Holding the disk using disk case, movement of disk by the push of DC motor, circular shaped solid fix to a DC motor, indicating the launch of disk by LED display, calculating the distance of disk traveled by ultrasonic sensor. The next phase that we did before completing our course project was virtual implementation, and it is as follows. This indicates the 3D model of our entire system, which virtually depicts the launch of disk. Here is a DC motor which imparts spin to the disk and launches the disk. There is LED display which displays the distance to which the disk is traveled. There is blinking LED which indicates the launch of disk. So this is the circuit diagram of our entire system. The first circuit diagram is to indicate the successful launch of disk, and the second one is to indicate the distance traveled by the disk. The flowchart of our entire system, working of our entire system, is as follows. Starting with the disk in the disk holder, the DC motor pushes the disk to the launching unit by its spin, and if the disk gets launched successfully, IR sensor senses the launch of disk, and it is indicated by the blink of LED. At the same time, UV sensor senses the distance traveled by the disk, and the distance traveled is displayed on the LED display. The bill of materials, or the item requirement of our entire Course projects are as follows. We require two DC motors, an IR sensor, an UV sensor, LED display, and LED bulb for indications. The battery sizing and motor sizing of entire system are as follows. On the basis of the components we require, we need a 300 milliampere battery and a 0.015 Newton meter torque motor with a factor of safety 0.0225 nanometer. Functional specification of the entire system are as follows. Firstly, it requires traversing of disk from disk holder to launcher using the push force of DC motor. Launching the disk using low torque high spin principle of DC motor is followed here. Traversing disk from disk holder to launcher involves launching of disk by the push force of DC motor to the launcher. After the launching unit receives the disc gets launched due to low torque and high spin of DC motor. This is the simulation modeling and a simulation chart of our entire course project. Thank you.